Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for game 2 in this best of 3, Na'Vi versus Empire. I'm LD.
And I'm Gods, and Empire in a bit of trouble here. They got stomped in game 1.
Seriously, they got crushed. They got steamrolled. We won't rub it in too much, but Na'Vi looking very convincing in game 1. Game 2 is underway. We'll hop ourselves right inside the draft, and do want to quickly mention the winner, or rather the loser of this best of 3 moves on to play Liquid, who lost their series versus Alliance yesterday. The winner will play Alliance at a date to be determined. The rest of the schedule for the playoffs does depend on whether Liquid wins or loses their upcoming match. Because if they do, they're going to Korea. But Gods, the draft moving rather quickly here. What are you seeing so far?
Well, Empire looks like they want to be the ones grabbing up the Pugna this time around, have the ability to take a lot of early towers. The mistake they made last game of having very under-leveled and support who just fell behind drastically. I mean, it was largely because they couldn't gank Dendi, then they couldn't really jungle because the bounty hunter's disrupting them. This time around, you get a Chen who's guaranteed to get farming levels in the jungle. You can safely push towers using the Pugna, so I think this is just a safer version of their last game draft.
Yeah, a bit safer, pretty well-rounded. Na'Vi had the first pick this draft, and last draft we saw when they had second pick, they took Bounty Hunter with those first 2 selections, but this time, first pick, they say, you know what, we're going Bounty Hunter again, and I mean, to me, Bounty Hunter is, maybe Clockwork is equal to him in the offlane right now, but I'm not sure if there's anyone who's stronger than him. Bounty Hunter just so good at leeching experience, disrupting enemy jungle heroes, blocking camps, ganking mid, sniping couriers, forces your opponents by sentries and wards, and it's just a ridiculous hero in this patch.
Absolutely. I think, I guess Nature's Prophet's always up there until he gets unless he gets like a bigger nerf or something, and just the small tree in XP. But Bounty Hunter definitely is one of. I mean, Na'Vi are picking over heroes like Nature's Prophet. So I think the big thing that I feel Empire are just wrong in doing with their drafting is still prioritizing Naga Siren so high. The hero getting such a big nerf to the Riptide means the laning stage for this hero, as well as its ganking potential, is much weaker.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot weaker, and I mean, I feel like now you have to pick this hero more for the Ensnare and the Song, whereas before you could just pick her for the Riptide. Tons of damage, minus armor, and she was so tanky she could just be that frontline hero. The other thing is, Gods, we're not seeing many tri-lane on tri-lane scenarios, and that's really where Naga shined, was getting off a Riptide on 2-3 heroes and turning the tides.
And being such a tanky support, like you have like what, 5 or 6 base armor.
Yeah, and then we see like the Stout Shield pull the Naga regen. We're not seeing that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you'd even get like first item Poor Man's Shield on Naga Siren. Like in some games, that was ridiculous to see a support starting with a Poor Man's Shield and getting pulled regen.
And it would work too, 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
They do snap up the Pugna this time, but Na'Vi quick on the reply with the Nyx Assassin here. Could be Puppy's hero. The Enigma, the Enchanters have been banned, and the Chen has been taken, so imagine it won't be Dendi solo mid, but if they want to go for something for Dendi here, there is an OD in the pool, kind of an inactive hero for this patch, I feel. It does lane pretty well against Pugna.
Very bad against this pushing draft of Empire, I think, is the main problem here.
Good against Pugna in lane, but that's about it.
They could easily pull out the Alchemist again. Alchemist is pretty decent against pushes. The Acid Spray is nice, as well as just having a tanky frontline hero with a great stun, the Unstable Concoction, to lead off the fight. It's not going to take, you're not going to take too much damage from the Pugna ward, so...
Medusa!
No.
Havos Dusa!
Okay. Cool. Why not?
Good against pushes. If you want to level Mystic Snake, even Split Shot's good at killing off creep waves once you get enough items.
Yeah.
Is very farm dependent. Less so now with the new ult, but still a hero that you want to get 3, 4, 5 big items up before you really look to win the game in most cases.
So Mystic Snake now does pure damage to units in stone form. So pretty much no changes to Medusa.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is you have to invest 4 skill points into Mystic Snake if you want to rely on that, which is... That's a lot of points you can be putting into stats, max your split shot, your mana shield first. That's the build that we've seen TC prefer, is to skip Mystic Snake entirely. I think Ice Frog wants people to be considering it, which is why he buffed it a bit there, but I'm not sure if it's enough to justify it. Would have to see some games with Dusa played, which we don't really until now.
It seems like maybe an okay-ish game for it. Like it'll bounce around a lot. Hitting Chen creeps means Medusa's going to be regenerating a ton of mana, so going for like a more balanced build may be okay here. Empire last pick a Beastmaster though, so if it wasn't obvious already, they want to go push here. They've got a Beastmaster with the attack speed aura, Luna a great pushing carry, Pugna is going to be, it looks like they're solo mid, putting the Beastmaster in the off lane, depending on how they want to lane things in. Well, Empire want to be wanting to take Na'Vi's towers very early on. This last pick for Na'Vi needs to be something to deal with these pushes. Yeah,
there's still some good AoE heroes in the pool. Puck is not the best against Pugna and Beastmaster in terms of getting caught out and just taking a lot of damage, but gives you decent AoE creep clearing ability. You mentioned the Alchemist. That's definitely another option for them here. Acid Spray synergizes pretty well with Split Shot, too, so we will have to wait and see. They go for the Putka, Dendi Pudge.
All right.
This is actually a hero that can be very good against pushes.
Oh,
one
yeah,
hook can just
fantastic.
ruin a push. You catch a hero out, you kill off the Chen or something, push is over. Enemy team has to run.
Unless you have like a super mobile pushing lineup where you can just back up the hero gets hooked by blinking in and having someone like a Clockwork maybe hookshot in. But Empire don't have that. At best, what they've got is maybe a long-range Beastmaster roll. But this is an offlane Beastmaster who's not going to be getting a lot of farm or levels. So if someone gets hooked, he's probably not going to be there in time with the roll.
Look at this. Kuro actually going to be playing the Bounty Hunter. Does this mean we have a support Bounty Hunter, or does this mean that Funnick's going to be playing support? I guess we'll wait and find out.
Funnick on support because Kuro's picked up boots. He's been shared some Tengos and he's going to the offlane.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he said, I'm really sick of playing Bounty Hunter. I think I've played it every game since this patch came out.
I was thinking the same thing. Or Kuro just said, look, guys, I feel like playing like a solo role.
Yeah.
Give me something that can do a bit more. I'm sick of Visage.
Everybody's sick of their own heroes, apparently. Yeah. But, well, we'll introduce the players now, guys, and then we'll talk a bit more about this very unorthodox draft from Na'Vi. Funnick going to be going to the offlane as your Nyx assassin. Kuro, starting with Observer Wards, he went for a Boots first build, picked up 2 Clarities. Looks like he wants to try and deny Empire's jungle game with these wards, heading towards that top room, but might get punished in doing so. Dendi, your solo mid Putka. That puts Puppy onto your safe lane Visage, and then Havost onto a hero that we very rarely see, although we have seen her before in 6.78. She is the Medusa.
Wow. Well,
hideous beast.
What a draft from Na'Vi. As for Team Empire, they've gone for a very early game centric push route. We're going to have Vangscore playing the jungle Chen. We're going to have Scandal on a solo mid Pugna. And the offlane it's going to be Mag on the Beastmaster. Then we've got the rest of our tri lane Silent on the Luna. And that leaves Always Want to Fly on the support Naga Siren. So Na'Vi, offensive dual lane here. You've got a Nyx for Funnick who's got a Stout Shield. You've got Kuroki with Boots here. So this is wanting just to contest Empire's safe lane dual lane because they know there's a Chen in the jungle. Kuro can be annoying and just steal experience and harass the Chen, while Nyx, up against the Naga Siren Luna lane, he does okay-ish.
Kuro, he did actually go invis in range of Empire's ward, but they did not drop a sentry or look to guard the entrance to their jungle. They do let him in, and he can easily look to body block this camp. You can see going into Shadow Walk, he doesn't want to be visible standing in the camp. But the Chen, looks like Vangscore's just going to wait at the medium camp anyway, and he's going to get a Centaur, so no damage was done this day, or very little at least.
Well, lucky Chen. It's like the thing I remember happening last time when it was like an Enigma jungle as well, but either way, Kuro's going to be looked to be annoying, steal some experience here and there. Vangscore should know he's around, because he's going to be like, hey, I only got half the experience I should have for that Centaur, but...
Yeah, he only got 20 experience per killing off the small Centaur.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big giveaway.
Well, as for the time being, Funnick, in that offlane, he's managed to get this creep wave very close to his tower. Unfortunately, it is pushing out and is going to meet up near the Empire side fairly soon.
Yeah, so Kuroki continuing to leech freely from the Chen as he kills off the Satyrs in the jungle. The safe lane for Na'Vi is Puppy on that Visage against Mag on the Beastmaster, with Havost free farming on Dusa. Definitely a hero who needs to get her farm secured early and will be doing so with ease for Havost. Havost is leveling Mystic Snake, so not going for the TC build, not going to be maxing the split shot, taking stats early on. We could see Kuroki getting a bit more harassment now, but still, he's leached half of the Chen's experience thus far.
And stole the last hits on both of those little blue satyrs, so he gets himself like about 60 gold or so, which is not a huge amount, but it's farm denied from the Chen, so it's like 120 net gain for Team Na'Vi.
Yeah, the problem is you can't sentry everywhere. So either you send a support here with a Dust and try to kill Kuroki, which is tough when he starts Boots first, or you just pretty much have to accept the fact that he is going to get experience and a lot of it. Meanwhile, though, top lane, Funnick could well be our first blood. They do end up bringing him down. Just caught the tail end of that, but looks like it was an ensnare into a Riptide. One Lucent Beam, maybe 2 were used in that engagement.
And Scandal, this is the other thing with the Bounty Hunter. He's forced to go back to his tier 3 tower to pick up his bottle because he doesn't want the Bounty Hunter sniping the courier. So until Empire can actually upgrade the courier, Scandal can't really bottle Crow. He couldn't even bring his bottle out normally, which is the one thing which I feel is a bit weird and I don't like with the 3 minutes to upgrade the courier, is you can't actually bring items until 3 minutes in some games because you're afraid of the ground courier being sniped by a Bounty Hunter and Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, the courier is a bit tankier, but still one Shadow Walk strike, I'm pretty sure one-shots it at level 1. Meanwhile, though, Funnick might die top. He's dropping very low here. He doesn't have an Impale. He opted to skip it, but Carapace is now levels up, gets the Impale off. One more right-click, can't get Enrage. Always Want to Fly, just toying with him. Was down to like 3 HP there.
320 base move speed.
Ends up living.
That's Naga's like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, gets a TP, immediately goes back home.
Yeah. That base movement speed of Naga Siren is something that a lot of people always underestimate there. One of the highest in the game, but Na'Vi give up 2 early kills there. Looking for a kill and Scandal the mid lane. It's going to be Kuroki rotating in. He's got no Janata, though.
Yeah, no slow here. Dendi bit off the mark there with the hook.
Just throwing. He's got a full bottle charger, so he's just throwing it and saying, hey, look, it may land, it may not. Doesn't really matter. I'm about to bottle crow anyways.
Kuroki did start with 2 observers, but he's just opted not to place them yet. He's like, man, I'm being such a nuisance to this Chen. Why would I want to block his camps? I'm getting half the experience. He is slowing down a bit more now, and they are going in again on Scandal. Hook, not going to fly it. He's trying to bait it out. It's off the mark. That Janata slow really would make the difference. Now Kuroki hits level 2.
If he's hit level 2, he gets a Janata slow and then just creates space for Dendy to hit the hook. But Kuroki, like you say, now level 2 may look to Shadow Walk back in. He goes to the high ground so he doesn't get spotted by an Observer Ward, and he's looking to rotate in. Try and get Scandal this time around.
Round 3. He's out of mana after this one. Does have the Janata slow like we've been talking about. Dendy, level 3 hook now online. There's your slow to start. They still need this hook angle though. Scandal, good juking, left, right, and now he's away. Pugna has high base move speed, and in fact, this Kuroki is going to get caught. Nether Blast turnaround from Empire. 3-0. They are going blow for blow with Navi, and really coming out on top here.
Yeah, Scandal playing some really smart Dota here in the mid lane, dodging the hooks and also just taking the right path. Like, you can dodge him and Dendy keeps canceling, but you've also got to have an escape plan. You can't just keep dodging for days as he walks closer and closer into rot range. But he ran the right way, so he got out of range. And Navi down 0-3 early on.
And this is where Pugna is actually an okay hero against Pudge, because he's got such high base move speed. 370 with the boots, and even after Denny picks up his boost, he's still going to be sitting like around 330, 340. So well, it's going to be tough to get the kill, but there's a Janata slow. Can they get the body block? They can't.
Not even with the Janata slow, Scandal's still faster than Dendy. Dendy still with no boots. He's only just now bought them.
Even once he gets them, it'll still be like a good 30 move speed or slow. But he's slower.
Well, Vangscore's sitting around the middle lane once again. Looks like he has been spotted by Kuro on the bounty hunter. Kuro now planning those wards. Drops one on the cliff, one on the hill in mid lane, one on the cliff at the top river.
I think what he's waiting for is he's just going to wait until these sentries expire. They have been buffed in this patch. Sentries now last for 3 minutes, but as soon as they end, I imagine Kuroki will be right back in the jungle, leeching the Chen's experience, force him to buy sentries, delay that mech, delay any big items. Already the pings come out from Vangscore, and no sentries or dust yet, but he may be forced to pick more up.
All right, so Medusa has gone from Mystic Snake build, is free farming away in the bottom lane.
Yeah, went for it immediately.
Yep, and this is a hero that Empire, I guess, aren't going to be too worried about for now, because they're just going to be looking to take down as many early towers as possible. They can gank, but they prefer to be pushing towers and actually ganking, spending a lot of time trying to gank a Medusa.
Yeah, Vangscore is hanging around mid, almost like he just doesn't even want to jungle anymore. Says, you know what? I'm tired of dealing with Kuroki. I'm just going to hang out mid, maybe rotate towards bottom lane. It is now nighttime. We'll send the Clapper in towards mid. Looking maybe to go on Dendy here, and they could kill him normally, but the problem is Dendy's got some backup. No, actually, no Funnick here. He's rotated towards top. Now he comes back towards mid, but he might be too late. They're not going to be able to get in range for an Ursa Clap. Funnick joining the fight as well. And Scandal, has he overextended? Funnick looking for the backstab here. He's got a Carapace. That's going to stun to Impale. It's now point targeted, not hero targeted. He ends up missing one hero. Does get one, but he's going to live. No axes for Meg. Chop off his head. Kuroki, though, picks up a double. Suddenly level 3. Looking for a Dendy hook. Is it going to hit? Oh, quite far off the mark. Was going for Mag, but I think you really need to hook the Chen there. Mag is still quite tanky.
Mag just rotated in. He's only level 4, though, so I'm not really sure too much what he's going to do. Silent as well from the top lane. Empire just bringing all their heroes here, but Dendy not going down. He's got a full magic one. Pops to save himself from a test of faith, and Dendy going to turn around, look for a hook. He gets it. They get the kill on the Luna.
And the clap misses. Just barely. Now the board trying to run Dendy down. There will be some right clicks available. Can it finish him in time? Kuroki gets another kill while it's happening. Sticks up again. He's going to live with 7 HP. And Navi making... well, really a mountain out of a molehill there. That did not look like a very good engagement for them, but they end up getting quite a few kills and really turning this game around.
That's a lot of levels in just early game farm for their supports. Like, everyone's suddenly looking at level 5, level 6. We're going to have a very fast level 6 on your Visage, get familiars. Your Pudge is now level 7, has boots, bottle, and it looks like he's got just short of his urn. But once he's got that urn, he can start racking up charges. Navi will be looking in a really good spot. And all this time, you've got Havos with all the space in the world to farm away.
Yeah, still maxed out the Mystic Snake, and I guess if you want to fight early to mid-game, this is going to be the better build. So having Track, having a lot of burst damage, it seems Navi will be looking for some engagements very soon. And I guess the big question is, how do Empire actually fight in a frontal assault into that Naga, or rather that Dusa ultimate? Stone Gaze, either you're not going at the Dusa or you are getting stunned. And I gotta say, in my experience playing against her, it's not even if you're just facing her head on. Even if you're turned like at a decent angle away, like a little bit less than what Kuroki is. If he's like facing this way and Dusa's over here, you still easily get Stone Gaze. So you pretty much cannot defend against Dusa.
Kuro top lane, he gets ensnared up. The Sentry Ward just in range, and Kuro brought down. That Sentry Ward was on like the very edge of the range, the tip of the range, just catching him out there. He almost got out of the ensnare range.
Yeah, barely gets out. There was another sentry available, but
Yeah.
could have at least forced it to be used. Now, Impale comes out. Funnick just trolling here. No way for him to deny that rune, and it will end up going to Scandal. They get a kill, but I think Na'Vi overall just happy with the trades the last few minutes. And the big thing for me is Kuroki already almost level 6. Your Nyx just hit level 6. And all of a sudden, are they going to have sentries everywhere? Probably not, which means you'll have opportunities for track kills. You'll have opportunities for hooks into track kills, and just get a few of those, and Na'Vi will be in command of this game.
Yeah, the big thing for Na'Vi with having a good early game means that Empire's like 5-man push towers comes a lot later and slower. They don't have the mech anytime in the early game. Empire, regardless of like how well Na'Vi does in the early game, will push towers eventually, but slowing it down as much as possible is the key thing here, and Na'Vi have done that by a pretty big margin here.
Yeah, Observer Ward gets planted in the lane. There's an immediate smoke from Dendi, a TP coming from another hero. That's going to be your Nyx Assassin. They don't have sentries in the lane, and Silent is really sticking around Dendi, looking for that hook. He loves to buy these personal smokes, and I'm sure he's enjoying it even more in this patch. They showed the Bounty Hunter there, but now Funnick has run by a sentry. He will be the one revealed, but what they don't know is that Dendi's right behind him. This could go very poorly if they think they can ambush Funnick, and Dendi's here with a timely hook. He gets off the Impale, hook's gonna fly, quickly Vangscore dealt with. Now the Eclipse, no, not coming out yet from Silent. He wants to hold on to this. The Centaur Stomp, they will get the kill. But a 1-for-1, I think absolutely fine here for Na'Vi.
Yeah, Na'Vi they'll be trading kills all day long. I don't think they don't have track yet on Kuro, but either way, they're just getting whatever kills they can. It's continuing to stall. Empire, it looks like, may have kind of resigned to the fact they are going to have to play somewhat for the late game. These Dire Ancients have been stacked a lot. That is a lot of farm. They're waiting for the Luna as well as Beastmaster. Beastmaster can get some farm and levels with axes, but...
Dendi, TP's in mid, immediately it looked like he even shift-queued the hook. This came out like the split second his hero arrived. But it was a hasted Pugna, not the easiest hero to wrestle in, and he'll be unable to do so. Still, though, now they get level 6 in Kuroki, Vendetta coming off cooldown in 3 seconds. And what do you do if you're Empire? I mean, the best way to deal with like this kind of ganking lineup is the 5-man push, but your Chen is only level 4, doesn't even have 2 creeps, certainly doesn't have a mech or his Hand of God. That means you're not very good at pushing. You don't have BKB yet on Silent. They're not really ready to push yet, Gods, and if they're not pushing, that means they're spread out farming. And that's where Na'Vi can easily continue to find the pickoff.
Yeah, Empire is suffering from similar problems to last game with these underleveled, well, in this case, just one underleveled support. But Chen, he desperately needs the levels and farms, more so than this Naga Siren. Like, Naga level 7's nice and all, but that's not the hero you want these levels and farm on.
It's a ganking party through that dire jungle. Kuroki's going to lead the way now that Funnick's Vendetta has worn off, but he's made his way safely past enemy lines. They do find Silent here. Very dangerous here to try and focus. If he gets off a timely Eclipse, the sentries are right. It could go the other way. It looks like they don't really want to go for that. Instead, Avos pushes down this bottom tower. There is a net, a song available. Oh, they could have gone on Avos, but they know there's the Stone Gaze to turn this around. And
the Familiar's also just constantly protecting him as well. So I like what we're seeing from Na'Vi. Puppy not even keeping the Familiars with himself.
Even though Na'Vi aren't getting kills, they're fine with that, because Chen is not farming, Silent isn't farming, and it's just really nowhere safe right now, aside from this middle tier 1 and the tier 2 bottom.
Yeah, well, Dendi's going to be looking for another hook here on mid lane. Scandal needs to be careful. He's got no support here.
He's very confident he can turn this one around, and I guess he's okay for now.
Whereas Pudge has a Visage as well as a Bounty Hunter nearby.
I think that's just Scandal being cocky even, but
yeah,
Dendi ends up not going for
You
it.
stay up there cocky, and Dendi's going to be thinking, hey, this guy's being really cocky. He must have like 2-3 heroes behind him, even when in reality you don't.
Next level play from Scandal then.
Yeah.
Well, it works for now, but still, I worry for this Empire team. They go back for a Yasha on Silent, angling more for like a mid to late game build, better for the farming in the jungle, for sure. Didn't go for one with the Dominator, but as you mentioned, they have the Beastmaster to continuously stack the Ancients. Another one will form. It's still a quad stack, but a lot of them are low, and Na'Vi are about to take all these Ancients. A Grave Chill and Mag most likely spells this Doom. The hook's gonna fly. He can't juke it while he's slowed. Then he gets tracked, and the Ancients could well be next with Familiars in tow. Havost wrapping around. I think they can take these with Havost. At least some of them.
They need Havost. This is still tricky.
Oh, he just fed the Familiars to them.
These do a lot of damage. I think even with Havost, this is very tricky. Look how much damage Kuro just takes there. He just gets blown up, and he's going to go down. And immediate hook comes out. No sleep in time. Oh, the rot damage.
Yeah, Host sleeps, but they use the sleep there. End up giving up a kill. Now the Mystic Snake splashing through. Havost doing good damage. That's without the pure damage when they're in stone form. Meanwhile, top lane, they're going to go on Silent here. They get off the Impale. He still has an Eclipse available, but he's near a creep wave. Soul Assumption is going to be the death of him if they can get off enough damage. He's low. He will end up TPing away successfully. That last projectile headed back to the Dire base, but it's going to be too late.
Yep, well, nice little escape there from the Luna, and that's the one hero that Empire need to keep alive. Luna is leading the net worth right now.
Blink Dagger on Dendi.
Oh, here we go.
Blink hooks.
Game on.
As soon as I saw that change, that was the first thing I tweeted was,
Yep.
all right, Dendi, we need to see some Blink Dagger Pudge, and he's delivering goods.
He picked Pudge in like one of their first games against Speed, but I don't think he ever even got a Blink Dagger up because they got kind of crushed.
Yeah, it was on US East, and I'm not sure why they picked Dendi Pudge on US East, but they did,
Yeah.
and then he made some comments about it in all chat, so a little bit counterintuitive, I suppose, but hey, here he is now. This is on Luxembourg, and Dendi, he's out for blood.
Yep, he's going to be going through the enemy jungle here. He's going to find, it looks like Vayne's called blinks in with a hook immediately.
Point blank.
Track gold as well going now.
That was like a shotgun hook. He just blinks in, blasts his face off with it, and now if they want to push this top tower, they may have the positioning to do it.
Yeah, it looks like most of their team out there. Medusa left at the bottom lane. Havos, though, is pretty resilient. He can see TPs come in to keep him alive should anything go awry. But the problem is Luna's going to be level 11 soon, and there is a Naga Siren, so maxed out Riptide.
No Psalm, though. If they dive this and they get in trouble, they're giving up a lot of kills. Against Track Gold, against Nyx off the map. Very dangerous and greedy to be going for that kill.
More Empire heroes rotating. They bring in the Beastmaster, the Pugner as well. So Na'Vi need numbers here. They need familiar scouting, but
and Havos
currently
senses
just
it.
top lane.
He senses it. He sees that their familiars right-clicking the creep wave top. Nobody's defending. If nobody's defending top, they're probably in your jungle. They're probably bottom. So Na'Vi, they'll back off. Havos even thought about retreating, and he did. In fact, Funnick hangs around. Havos, Perseverance up. Lincoln's coming soon. And what a pickup Lincoln's is going to be this game. There are some abilities to remove it, like Lucent Beam, but if you block a Roar or an Ensnare, that is just game-changing.
Bounty Hunter still being as annoying as ever, just scouting out heroes wherever he goes in. Funnick at bottom lane is going to just watch this tier 1 tower go down. Empire saw the Deucer rotate out of the lane. They get a tier 1 tower, but at this point, Empire have only taken 2 towers at 15 minutes. And uh-oh, Silent at bottom lane. Funnick wants his kill.
I think he can get a solo kill here. Maybe he needs help. Vendetta,
sneaky.
it's about to wear off. 10 seconds or so to go here. Funnick's got to make up his mind. Meanwhile, Dendi's reeling him in mid, though. There's your blink hook combination. Looks like he did use the blink there as well. Havos gets lassoed up, or netted up, rather. Meanwhile, in the jungle, it's on to Silent. Funnick, he's got a Carapace here. If the Eclipse comes out,
he baited it out. Nice play by Silent. I think he fake casted the Eclipse.
Yeah, he
there.
did. Fake casted it and then backs off.
All right, well, Funnick didn't quite have the damage up, but he cancelled the Luna's TP. Luna was trying to TP into that fight, and it got cancelled by the Impale.
Meanwhile, Scandal going for a backstep of his own on the Pugna. Can they kill off Havos, though? Dendi's always there to hook him out. In fact, Kuroki's jumping in. It's a Blink Rot combo. Dendi, though, not taking damage from the Rot, as he is slept currently. And, well, another blast comes out from Scandal.
Soul Assumption doing 0 damage.
Okay. Well, they're going to take this tower, I think. They're in position for it. Scandal trying to prevent it, but Kuroki's on the chase. He's got 15 stick charges. Just a Janata strike. Oh, they're all grouping up. They know this Bounty Hunter's in the area, but a Familiar Stun comes. Blake, hook from Dendi. Another one. Just scoring left and right. He's hitting alley-oops and shots from all over the court. Now, they'll go for 2. Scandal's going to fall. Mag on the run. And, well, the pursuit comes out.
Blink from Dendi.
This will be the death of Mag. Just a dismember. No, doesn't even get it off. He drops low, but he'll be okay. They're just overrunning Empire. Na'Vi pick up 3 more. And so many of these, so many are track kills. Just look at that
They
graph.
want Silent. There's a Blink dismember. There's also a Blink hook here. Silent going to pop the Eclipse here. Dendi getting low, 20 HP. Needs to avoid any bouncing attacks. It looks like Silent brought down. Dendi didn't even need to go in. He just stood nearby watching.
Nothing is going right for
Havos
Empire
triple
this
kill
game.
as well.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Medusa just got a triple kill
I
and
didn't
track
even know
gold.
how Havos got the last hits. Like even he's in the fight all of a sudden, and Empire just like, oh wait.
Yeah, I think it was that
Medusa.
Stone Gaze into the Mystic Snake.
Yeah.
So doing the pure damage there. You look at 200 pure damage, plus it's increasing each time it bounces. That adds up quite quickly, and the ultimate, it hurts as well. Extra physical damage. It all adds up, and now Na'Vi feeling very, very confident.
Yeah.
Havos, Leaked Sphere already complete. Now going to work straight into a Mansta. Great pickup on Medusa. And, well, this is where things get very tough. Empire do not have late game secured. In fact, Luna's fairly useless against a farmed Naga. Just, you try to run in to do anything, she just stone gazes you.
And
hell, most heroes are useless against the farm dude.
Empire were really just banking on this push strat working, but the Chen doesn't have mech at 17 minutes. He's just about to get it. They don't have any Necrobooks up. Both Beastmaster as well as Pugna are going for Necrobooks, but they can't afford it yet. So
and they're going to be too late, I feel.
yeah, by the time they get them, you've got Havos who can just, I mean, DPS them down. He's got a Lincoln Sphere, so he's nice and tanky. You've got Pudge, who's just going to be blinking in, initiating from afar. You've got Bounty Hunter, who's got Treads, Drums, and 1400 gold. He can go for a Vlad's or a BKB. So Na'Vi's items and their just general gold lead is just getting too big, I think, for Empire once they try and start pushing.
And now we're locked into the Dendi cam. We'll follow him up as he walks into the dire jungle, wrapping around. They've got an Observer and a Sentry here. Empire about to be caught out. Dendi looking. He's got a Haster, and he can Blake Hook and then Haste away if he ever gets into trouble. Lots of options for him to get in and out of these fights. The hook's going to fly just slightly off the mark. But if you miss once, God, just try again.
He's going to keep on fishing, and that's something which Empire have to be constantly wary about. Havos is now joined up. He wants to take part in these pushes. Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter just solo pushing top lane. It looks like Na'Vi going to get tier 1 top. Probably a tier 1 mid. This is where Na'Vi, their lead's only 4k. It would be much bigger with some towers, and they're just about to start taking them.
Yeah, the thing is, even though their lead doesn't look that big, it's just the mindset as well, where now all of a sudden Empire can't do a thing. Havos. But actually, Dendi does, well, the tower does get denied mid, but the bigger kill's going to come here. Bank square ends up falling. Gets hooked. Dendi just tanking through all sorts of nuke damage. It will not matter. Now, the turnaround comes, but the familiar stuns are there. Puppey slowed up for the time being. Can they bring him down in time? Dendi can hook him to safety. 1 second. Here comes your hook. Oh, he ends up reeling in the Pugna instead, but from the backside, there's a track. There's Funnick on the chase. A Vendetta and a 2-3 hero impale could just spell doom. He'll just start with the Vendetta. Gets off the double hero impale. They lined up perfectly. Line him up and knock him down. That's going to be Navi's goal here, but they pop the song. Now the Eclipse. Is it going to matter? Dendi's still alive. He will end up going down, but Kuroki should be able to get out of there. They buy back on Dendi immediately. No Eclipse, no song, and now big bad Havos into the fight. Everybody forced to run. He's still got a Mystic Snake available in 3 seconds time. Always want to fly short of fall. On the backside, Kuro cleans up 1. Looking for more, will not find Silent. But this is too many track kills. Far too many track kills.
Yeah, and once again, it's a slight overlap. The song got used at the exact same time as the Eclipse. Got immediately turned off, but they lost 2-3 beams out of that Eclipse, and a lot less damage came out of Silence. So Empire just playing just not up to their usual A game here against Na'Vi.
Yeah, if you're 2 seconds late, that's 3 beams. If you're 2.5 seconds late, it's 4. Even if you're 1 second late, it's 1, possibly 2 if you're slightly over 1. So just a split second and missed timing. Even if they'd gotten off a full Eclipse, I think they still lose that fight though. Na'Vi are just too far ahead at this point. I don't know what Empire can do anymore, gods. They can't leave their base. They don't have the better late game. They're getting out farmed. They're getting out ganked. Havost is leading in terms of CS. He's also getting track code. He's got a freaking Yasha up 20 minutes in. Like, this is not an awful timing to get your Lincoln Sphere treads. Reina Vakila, but, well, or Reina Basilius, but throw the Yasha on top of that. Why the hell not?
Yeah, and then, yeah, Kuro with enough money for a BKB if he wants to buy it. This is just getting ugly for Team Empire. Puppey's, yeah, he's got the mech. He's got 1900 gold. He can start building an Aghanim Scepter, whatever he wants to get. Na'Vi can take Roshan. There's just so many different things they can do here. They're taking towers one by one, and they're not the team with the pushing
They've got
line.
track here on Silent. A hook. Even though he's got BKB, will most likely spells Doom. They get off a Blink Impale. Now Havo starting to bring him down. He's not dead yet, though. Did not want to use his BKB and will barely survive. But as usual, Na'Vi are farming with at least 1 here while they pressure with 3 or 4.
Yeah, Puppey just have to keep getting its bottom lane. Picks up an Ogre Club, so most likely will be an Aghanim Scepter coming out of him with this. And, well, Na'Vi still just lurking around mid lane, looking for kills. Vendetta being used by Funnick on the Nyx Assassin.
How do you defend your tower against a Blink Hook Pudge? It's always hard against just a Pudge. He fishes for another, not going to succeed. But, I mean, like, the effective range that Dendi can get to is, like, this. If he's sitting, I don't know, over here or something. You blink forward, then you've got your hook. It's just absurd how much closing distance he has, really.
And now with Havost in these fights, engaging into, like, and trying to kill the Pudge is just so dangerous. There's Stony Gaze, there's a very tanky Medusa who's doing decent damage, and Mystic Snake. So Na'Vi just have to keep taking these towers here. If they can't find the kills, they won't force it because Empire are playing so passively, seeing as far back as possible.
Yeah, not getting their levels. It's a push strat that's never gotten to push. They hook in another, reeling him in. Then he blinks away. Havost still has the ult available. Ends up, something got used on him there. I don't think it was a big spell, but now out comes the ultimate. Empire have overextended drastically. They don't have song. They're all getting stunned. They're all dropping fast. Blink in. Impale on 4 from Funnick. Beautiful play. Not enough to get the kills, but now the Eclipse comes from Silent. He's trapped in the trees. Somehow he got reeled in here, and there's just no way out. I don't even know how he ended up there. Then he gets hooked back out. And he gets bashed down.
Dendi, after his hook, when he blinked backwards, trapped himself in the trees. So that fight happened, and I'm like, oh crap, Dendi's stuck. He hooks in the Luna, blinks
You're trapped too.
And then Luna's stuck.
Oy, oy, oy. 4 heroes dead. Make it 5 in a second. They've found bank score. This will be another track kill. 23-11. And if you're Empire, it's pretty much over, gods. You've given up way too many track kills, way too much gold to a superior late game lineup. Na'Vi with full map control. Na'Vi can easily go roast. They have a Manta style up. I honestly thought Empire was going to give them a better run for their money, but...
Same. Empire's been playing really well lately. Beating Speed Gaming and beating Roxkiss convincingly. But
taking a game off Na'Vi at Starladder as well.
Yeah. That fight was just a horrible clusterfuck. Like, Na'Vi, the familiar stuns hit 2-3 heroes, the Impale hit 4 heroes, everyone just got chain stunned to death.
Always want to fly. He riptide it with his illusions, but there was a Carapace from Funnick, so he got stunned. Dendy whiffed on the blink hook. Then he walks in and dismembers him anyways. So Carapace proving to be the bane of that Naga's existence here. And yeah, this is... So Na'Vi pretty much at this point moving on to play Alliance. Like, it would be a colossal throw for that not to end up happening.
Yeah, we'll get
Na'Vi Alliance again.
Winner bracket
Who's
final
your money
there,
on? It's a best of 3.
It's really one of those like 50-50 matchups at this point.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's so hard to say between those two teams, especially on the new version.
I would probably... Oh, we're going to see a kill mid. Croaky gets picked off.
Just roaming past essentially.
Knowing, if I'm betting man on Dota 2 Lounge, I mean, knowing Na'Vi, they tend to have more fans than anyone, so they'll probably have the odds in their favor.
Yeah.
But I would say it's close enough that if I'm putting my rares on anybody, I put them on Alliance just because it's going to be a more economical bet.
I think if the odds are 50-50, I would bet on Na'Vi.
Okay. Yeah, if it's 50-50, but I don't think it will be.
I think with the new patch, Na'Vi just showing us some cool, innovative drafts here. We're going to see another kill come out. Pugner gets blasted down. Empire, they're hanging around as if they want to fight this, but I don't think
they don't have Eclipse available. I'm not sure what the game plan is, except probably dying here. Carapace comes out. The Mystic Snake comes out. Another triple Impale. If you're getting those Impales, still that hero strong as ever. And Havost, far too tanky to be brought down. Hook's going to fly. It's going to connect. Mag getting pulled back across the chasm by Dendy. Down she goes, and now Empire once again in a headlong retreat.
Oh, Vangscore's got Familiars directly on top of his head. There's one sun. There'll be a second sun as well. Okay, Impale going to come out. Only catches that one, but this is going to be 2 kills, it looks like. They bring down the Luna. Vangscore's got nowhere to run. He's just got his brown boots, and he's going to be brought down. Hand of God gets deployed. Vangscore, maybe good. Okay, there's your solo something.
That's going to be another 4 heroes dead. One of them just not respawning. Actually, might have been a team. I think one of their heroes got out safely, but what does it really matter at this point? There's another 3,700 gold on a Vos. There's a hook coming in. Dendy threads the needle and catches out Always Want to Fly. He's just not missing on these hooks this game, and if Dendy's not missing, you're not winning, it seems. Well, Alliance will be waiting for Dendy. I don't know if they'll be excited. He blinks in. He hooks again. Almost fouls Always Want to Fly. I think this was a hook too far, and Dendy roared up, will go down, gives up the killing spree, but Na'Vi's still getting all kinds of gold all over the map, and a little chit-chat from Dendy.
Pusha.
Does that mean face rush in Russian? Because that's what this was. This was just a pure face rush from Na'Vi.
Absolutely. And Kuro's not done. He wants to go on Mag here at the bottom lane. He's got Puppy in support. He's got the Orchid for the silence, and Mag, who's tower there, not silence up. Now he gets silence. Kuro's just looking for this kill on his own.
Oh, I don't think the Soul Burn will be quite enough damage to kill him, but he does drop very low to it. Throws out the axes, and everybody will retreat out, except for Funnick.
Funnick wants some more here. He's
again, he's found that Naga. Always Want to Fly. Wanted to D-ward, looks like, and he is going to pay for that with his life.
Funnick says, you guys can build Necrobooks, well, so can I.
And, well, in the Battle of Necrobook Gaming, the team that wins is the one with the very far Medusas going for a Divine Rapier. Havost now up to a Sacred Relic, working on Roshan. And once you get this, they can't even kill this Dusa once, I feel.
Yeah.
Twice is just beyond them.
Yeah, Dusa, they're not even coming close. Maybe if Havost is going to, like, just go up on his own against 5 heroes, but...
Never can count on him going full Havost, but...
Yep.
He's been very restrained this game. It's really been his teammates who've been overextended.
Yes, he takes the edges. He's 6-0-11. He's not just like AFK farming. He's been taking part in these fights, involved in more than half the kills for Na'Vi.
Oh, Dismember now getting stronger for Denny. Picks up the Aghanim Scepter. Very interesting buff to Pudge. Oh, there's a hook to fly. Just randomly scouty, it looks like. I think I'm confusing it with the Heroes of Newerth one, because, oh no, it actually, you heal from the damage you've done.
Yeah.
That's the same as the Heroes of Newerth.
That's how it used to work before, but I think the heal maybe got buffed. The Scepter,
did it get changed?
The Scepter's strength multiplier increased from 0.75 to 1. So you do bonus damage
based on your strength. Yeah.
And that got buffed.
It helps your ability to solo kill a lot. And also it just means like you're a huge tank in these fights where they try to go on you, you're healing throughout the Dismember. Of course, it could easily be canceled, but that's not really a problem for Dendy if he's just killing everyone the second he hooks them.
Okay.
So Na'Vi will continue to siege Havost. Oh, Rapier time, it's a coming. And there's no better carry than a Deuce at Rapier. Even Gyro, I think, he pales in comparison to a Deuce Rapier. Because you're flat cannon, you've only got a certain number of charges, unlimited auto attacks with split shot on.
And Havost doesn't want to come yet. He's just 20 gold away from that Divine Rapier. He's going to pick it up now to this Sanction, and then we're looking at Na'Vi, storming the high ground. Empire, there's very little left they can do.
Yeah, at this point you have a battering ram of a carry. Divine Rapier picked up by Havost, and Na'Vi mercilessly are going to march down this middle lane. Dendy prepped for the blink hook. There is, if the Empire try to engage and bail somebody out, there's always going to be the Stone Gaze to punish them charging forward. So there's really not much they can do except run the hell away. Familiar's beginning to siege. From the low ground is the Dusa, currently split shot turned off, and, well, just going to work on that tower, getting the bonus. Single target damage is going to fall quickly. There was an impale. Havos, he's in the front lines. He doesn't care if they go on him. Not even taking damage from these nukes, it feels. Familiars come in. Getting off a decent stun on 2. Dendi still not finding the opening he seeks for this hook. And he's waiting way back in the trees. He'll let his team initiate. They'll come in now. They'll drop Maglo. It's Havos going to work. He's popped his ultimate. Everybody melting. It's actually Puppey picking up the double kill. Havos yet to get a kill in this fight, but finally he gets a well-deserved one.
Navi just fighting over for kills there at the end. Like everyone, like Havos is like, come on guys, I can 1v5 them, and Dendi's thinking the same thing. Everyone just thinks they just want to wreak havoc there. But
it looked like a pack of hyenas, like, you know, like the bait, like the mature hyenas, like fighting over the carcass, and
yeah.
You know, the youngins like, I want a piece too, I want a piece, and they all get some in the end.
Well, Navi 2-0 Empire in convincing fashion. 60-minute game 1s. Game 2 went a bit longer, but Navi were just as dominant as game
Felt like
1.
it was over by the 10-minute mark. Honestly did.
Yeah, I think Empire, going for this kind of a push strat, they just can't give Navi as much as they did. And I think the Bounty Hunter just being so good at disrupting the Empire supports. 2 games in a row, Empire supports got under-leveled, largely as a result of just Bounty Hunter being as pesky.
We've been talking about how strong Bounty Hunter is in this patch, and we're seeing it again. And I think especially against junglers like Chen that just going to be sitting in the lane or in the jungle by themselves, cannot solo kill a Bounty Hunter, needs the experience, needs the fast mech, and they built a draft around a fast Chen mech, a fast 5-man push.
Yes.
Like if they had a stronger late game, and sure they throw Chen in there, maybe it wouldn't have mattered as much, but Navi saw if this team doesn't have an early mech, and if Chen doesn't have a quick level 7, they can't push. And when they couldn't push, the game was pretty much over.
Yeah, I think they needed to either protect the Chen more. They don't have ganking supports. And once again, it's Naga Siren doesn't really add much to this draft. They need a more aggressive support to go with the Chen. Someone that can actually punish the Bounty Hunter, like your Venomancer type hero. Even just a Crystal Maiden or something. You can't really be picking a Naga Siren anymore if you're going for like this.
If you don't have like a clear plan with the Naga. Yeah. Maybe if they go for a big team fight combo, you get Son, you can disrupt it, but well, they just go for the early Naga pick, doesn't work out. So this now sets up our next 2 matches, guys. Coming up next, we will have Team Liquid versus Team Empire. Best of 3. Loser goes home. This will be coming up at 21 CEST, which is actually still an hour and a half away. Okay. Because this series ended so quickly, a lot faster than expected. So I don't think it will start early. We'll let you know if it does. We'll tweet about it. But otherwise, stick around. In an hour and a half, we have that match. And then we'll have our winner bracket finals. It'll be a rematch of the Star Ladder Grand Finals. It'll be a rematch of the TI3 Grand Finals. The 2 best teams in the West. I think, inarguably, right now, the 2 best teams in the world, until DK or somebody else can dethrone them. So, Navi versus Alliance, your winner bracket finals, to be played at a date yet to be determined, and then we'll see what the rest of the schedule is, depending on whether Liquid advances or not.
If you guys want updates, of course, follow us. I'm twitter.com/BTSGods, LD Dodo on Twitter, as well as you can follow me on the summit. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break, well, a not-so-quick break, and then we'll have Empire versus Liquid up next.